She also needs to practice more on the baton exchange. You see her looking back in this picture, and that is not good. I talked about how justifiable it was for Allen Iverson not taking practice too seriously because he was past his prime, very proficient in his game. And in your later years, it's more about focusing on what you are good at and managing those minutes. However, Richardson is still pretty young, and on a relay, she must compete at a pro level. Practice is important. That is why the baton exchange is so important and critical. There are some other things I noticed about this race. Stadium was at half capacity. I see a lot of track athletes on social media. I think if they simply advertised these events, more people would show up. I'm tired of seeing half-empty stadiums here. Simply post, hey, I will be running in so-and-so track meet on this date, this time, than having my audience learn from me, after News to Light, Travis Miller, to even David Kloss. There really has to be a better way of marketing these events. And I think these athletes need to share in that burden because they have fans out there that want to see them. And they should see themselves as personality brands. Now, am I going to drive 3 to 4 hours to Austin? Well, maybe, and why not? It would be a strong consideration as opposed to X and Y and Z plans. One could turn into a weekend trip or something. So I think I'd like to see in the future, like more professional athletes, and especially professional, get more involved into the marketing and endorsements of track and field in general. Other admin news I want to mention, YouTube has a podcast feature which they released about 2 months ago. I'll start to add men's track and field over there until it grows to a certain number, and you can always tell by comments when things are ready to expand. It will also have topics surrounding our concern about the economy and a little bit of politics where it's not too sensitive, but more with the economy. And if you're listening to this outside of the United States, our economy is very interesting and confusing at the moment with certain banks closing and with interest rate speculation. So whenever something relevant comes out that strikes a balance, I'll try to cover it in the podcast section as well. And if you have reached the end of this video, please give us a like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you really enjoyed this video, feel free to share as well, because when I start talking about the economy and things that matter, the YouTube algorithm will start to act funny. And I think it is important to try and relate to the audience and what's going on in this world where appropriate, and then branch out that subject matter to different channels. So I want to really try to experiment with that type of engagement. Now, I do want to release a special baton video, and it might be based on this video and whatever comments you guys have below, because a lot of you guys have experience in track and field. Definitely don't be afraid to share it. And again, because there are so many things that I can analyze just off this race, even outside of Team Gold, there were things that looked questionable. There's things that were done right. Anyway, if you guys have a video recommendation of baton races to review, please let me know below in the comments section. Have a great day.
What are you focusing on this year compared to previous seasons?
Every year I'm just focusing on having fun and being technically better than the year before.
So fun is always number one.
Yes, definitely, because once you stop having fun with it, it's over with.
That's a good point.
Yes.
When did you learn that you like that being comfortable?
I kind of learned that a while ago, but I definitely learned it at SC with Coach Carroll. Because instead of being one of the top athletes, you tend to put pressure on yourself, stress on yourself for no reason, to try to live up to the hype of the media, but other folks' expectations. So Coach Carroll always would tell me, you ready to run, just go out there, be TT, and have fun. And as long as I stick to that and have fun with it, everything else falls in place.
When's the next race?
Next week, April 8th, season opener at Myanmar.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Okay, we're here with Abby Steiner, Texas Relays, split a 4x4. How'd it feel out there, and just how you doing?
Yeah, it felt great. Good to be back running some relays. Definitely good to be with familiar faces from World Championships last year, especially for that 4x1, just building some chemistry early. So great atmosphere, great crowd, a lot of fans here, so it's been fun.
What are you focusing on at this meet? There's no individual races, it's just relays. The time doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So what are you kind of focusing on?
I think definitely execution, especially for that 4x1, making sure we're executing those handoffs because we don't get like a ton of opportunities to run together. So making the most of every moment. So just making sure that our handoffs were clean like we practiced. We had a couple days of practice before this. So I think that was my main focus, just making sure I give a good target. And then of course, pass it off to Jenna in the right spot. So
excited to hit the Diamond League circuit?
Yeah, I think Doha is going to be my first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I've never been out of the country, so nothing like...
Do you have a passport?
Yeah, I have a passport, yeah. I have everything I need, I just never actually done it. I was always playing club soccer.
Okay.
So that is potentially my first one, and then looking to probably do 1 or 2 more before USA's, just kind of gain that experience. But yeah, I'm excited to travel the world.
Cool. We'll have fun in Doha, and we'll see you at your next meet.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
So if you liked this video, then check out the videos right above or visit our short clip playlist